We're going to start off with a word grid task, and I'd like you to use the question box here. Now, all of these words are somehow linked, so if you can find the link, that would be lovely. But what I'm really interested in, which of these words do you like the look of? Or perhaps you don't like the look of? Which of these words do you like the sound of? Or perhaps you're not 100% sure how these words sound. If you're not even sure of what some of these words mean, then of course be free to go and jump onto an online dictionary and check them out. But initially, just tell us which of these words you like the look of. Discombobulated. Why do you like discombobulated? Hello. It sounds lovely. It does sound lovely. I like the word discombobulated. It's actually one of my favourite words in the English language. Hi, Rihan. Which word? I like discombobulated. It sounds great. Okay. What about some words you don't like the sound of? Fragmented. Okay. Why do you not like that word, Anastasia? What is it about that word? Or maybe I misunderstood and it's a word that you do like. I think it sounds quite nice, fragmented. Okay, Greg seems to be agreeing with discombobulated. Not very keen on chagrin. Okay, Daniela, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Oh, okay, this is a common one. People don't like this one. Okay, why not? Okay, what about the link? Can you find the link between these words? In what way are these words linked? All of them refer to negative feelings. They do, Nutia, absolutely. And not only do they all refer to negative feelings, strong attitudes, okay, but maybe we can also think about whether these are nice ways of describing how we often feel, either during online teaching, hybrid teaching, maybe just at the end of the academic year or the semester. I'm sure some of us are feeling a little bit shattered. But actually, this is a really lovely task. I don't know whether any of you have used this, so also please pop that into the question box as well, whether any of you do this. But it's a really, really nice way of contextualizing a lesson, pre-teaching vocabulary, and asking students to actually really think about words and think about how they look and how they sound. And actually, you can extend these into bringing in the L1 as well. And you can, of course, have a greater bank of these words as you choose. But where we go from here is into task 1. Now, at the end of the webinar, I will direct you to a handout, and because we're not going to have a chance to do all of the activities that we're going to talk about today, so I've put together an instruction sheet for you, exactly how these activities work. But the next step here, how we extend on from word grids, is by moving into research-based learning. So we can ask our learners, like I did with you, to go away and find out what these words mean, if there are words which are new. And also the task that then comes is for them in groups. So this works in the class brilliantly, but hybrid, it works fantastically, because either if you have the technology to have a laptop in the classroom or tablets, or your students are allowed to use their phones, okay? You can create breakout rooms, and students from the live classroom can join the breakout rooms with students in the home learning environment. And what we'd ask them to do then is to find a short text that interests them. Now, you can use these words like I have to talk about online learning or hybrid learning environments. Obviously, we want to have a context to work within, but actually you could also do this. It works equally as well as having this as an open topic, so any text that interests them, and ask them to highlight some words that they think will interest their peers. So it gives them an opportunity to look for words that look interesting or sound interesting to them, and then to create 3 questions to engage their peers in discussion. So on the handout, there are full instructions on how this works. Now, again, this is such a beautiful activity. If we think about time, we need to give them time. So I don't know about you, but much like when I first started teaching in a live classroom, I would often be really monitoring or over monitoring. And one of the things I think as a teacher is really hard to do is to step back and just let students get on. And the same thing applies with online teaching and breakout rooms. So in this case, perhaps you wouldn't go into all of the breakout rooms straight away, or maybe you would just pop in to give them some guidance. But you wouldn't want to hang around in there. You want to let them work at their own pace. Now, one thing that I really love to use, particularly with hybrid classes and online classes, are Google Docs. And one of the joys of Google Docs, or any other online docs, to be honest, is that students can keep notes, so they can work in groups, and I can watch the Google documents from here, and I can actually correct their work. And we're going to have a go with this in a minute with you guys. And they can all work together on the same document, so they can actually do collaborative writing. They can share their notes, whether they're in the classroom, whether they're at home. Google Docs is a good one. Obviously, most people have access to that. If you don't have access to Google because of where you are geographically, and you have a shared online writing platform, then that works equally as well.